Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with the Admiral. Today I thought I would start a new, slightly different series, where it will be basically me building ships, um, uh, one on player side and one on the enemy side, and then making them compete, and fight and whatnot. You guys can actually suggest a ship build in the comments section below, and I will gladly build that ship. Make sure to list it as player or enemy, and then I'll build that ship. Anyway, we have, for the first battle, we have the HMS Devon, which has 6 twin 14-inch 45 caliber long Mark III guns with a range of 24.2, reload time of 38.8, and quite a few 6-inch secondaries and 5-inch secondaries. And a pretty interesting layout. The way I designed her is I designed her loosely off the Tier 8 Pan American battleship. So that's how I designed her. So now let's go to the Garantia, which I believe in Brazilian Portuguese is collateral. I presume so. Yeah, it's collateral. So this ship has 8 14-inch guns with a range of 24.2 and a reload of 38.8, so she's already outgunned by the Devon. Her armor 360 versus the 357, so basically the same armor. The Devon does 30.5 knots, 207,000 horsepower, and a turning circle radius of 1 kilometer. That is huge. And the Garantia has a turning circle radius of 692 meters, engine power of 201,000 horsepower, and a top speed of 31 knots, which is unreal. She's also lacking in the secondary department. She's only got 6-inch guns, range of 10.7 kilometers, 15-second reload. The Devon has a 14.8-second reload on her secondaries. But she also has the 5-inch guns, which have a range of 10.9. So I feel like the Devon's going to win this fight. I could be completely wrong. So let's click unpause and see how this does. And those turrets turn up really quick. They turn very quick. Let's actually turn the... That should be... Oh, the Garantia's just fired. And these turrets are very quick. Where are the Garantias? 5.56 degrees a second. 5.17. So the Garantia has faster turning turrets, but I'm not sure. That's a lot of shells. 1.1 tons for the AP. Yeah, so same weight. Yeah, so basically the same weight shells. And this, we've already got our first hit. Oh dear. Oh. That was, yeah, hit the main belt. it hit the other thing I forgot to mention is I've designed the armor schemes of these ships to be very similar to World of Warships. So the bow and the stern are 32 millimeters. Same with the superstructure, and the decks I've also made it very World of Warship-esque. It's just to balance it out. It's the same with the Garantia, has very similar armor layout, and this. Oh dear. I think the Devon's going to lose this fight. 97%. I have a. Actually, the Garantia has lost more crew. The Devon has twice as many crew, which is. I think I gave the Devon. Oh, that's. So the Devon might not lose this. The Devon might actually. But it is losing. Almost, we need to get in secondary range. The problem is the Garantia is half a knot quicker. So. And her turn circle radius is half bow. It's an overpen. So the very thin bow and stern is actually helping. They're just overpenning. Let's see if we look at the Garantia. I'm probably. Oh, we've had an ammo detonation. Oh, that's not very good. That is not good for the Garantia whatsoever. She used flooding by the bow. But she's moving very quick as well, so she's lost a quarter of her firepower. Ooh. Oh dear. So it looks like the Devon's focusing on the forward section of the Garantia and not the stern, which is a bit of a problem. So we're gonna turn a little bit more. The Devon has had her funnels hit. The Devon is actually heavier by nearly 3,000 tons. This one looks like it could hurt. That's very strange. Even though the Devon has weaker armor, the Garantia is struggling a lot to do any sort of damage. Oh, we're now in secondary range. And secondaries are popping off. But this is a bit of a problem for the Garantia because she has only 16 secondaries and only 4 twin turrets on each side. The Devon has the same amount of 16 secondaries, but she also has 5-inch secondaries, Mark IVs. So the Garantia is going to really suffer for this. She's probably going to just be burnt alive. But it looks like the Garantia has very, very good firing angles. Extremely good firing angles. So she's angled at the moment, and that could be a problem for the Devon. That could be a serious problem for the Devon. We could actually see the Devon struggle massively to do any sort of damage against the Garantia. Repair, block. Yeah, yeah. She's not able to really do anything against the Garantia. While the Garantia, I believe, the Garantia can still do quite a bit of damage to the Devon. And so that is not looking very good for the Devon at all. The Devon also has pretty good firing angles, but the way her turrets are laid out, I don't know. This could be... Now, presuming the oh no. That's not good. So the Garantia has unangled herself, supposed to get these two stern turrets. Like, I'm not sure if she's trying to run away. If she is trying to run away, then it's not really going to help her that much. The Devon is probably going to lose, win this. She's very close to losing her mid-section turret, which will take off a sixth of her firepower. But the Garantia looks like she's about to get absolutely slapped again. And yes, she does. And she loses her X turret. So she's only got her B and Y turret left. And she is listing quite a bit. She's also had her fire control damaged, so her aiming is not going to be as good. And it looks like both ships are actually probably going to start running low on ammo. The Devon again seems to have a lot more ammo than the Garantia. The Garantia is flooding at the very stern, and I think this is now time for the Devon to chase the Garantia down. The Devon takes a pretty nasty hit there. All of her superstructure is now damaged, and her main tower is on fire now. And that could potentially cripple her fire control, which could be pretty bad news for aiming. The Garantia is angling again, and her secondaries are just fired, but they've missed completely. These look like main shells. Main tower was hit, no damage. The Devon's fired again. This looks like it could be nasty. Could this be the killing blow? Whoa. She's flooding a lot faster at the stern now. But a lot of the 6-inch and the 5-inch secondaries are just ricocheting off. They're just bouncing off the Garantia and not really setting any fires. The Devon fires again. This looks like it could be nasty. That was a full penetration. Her funnel is nearly incapacitated. Her secondary tower is basically destroyed. Her main tower is lightly crippled. She's lost one of her secondaries on her left side, right side, sorry. And she's really struggling. The Devon fires again. The The Garantia still retains her 2 remaining turrets. Most of the shells actually hit amidships and the X turret, which is already incapacitated. The Garantia is turning in, I believe. This looks like it could not be very good for Garantia. And the Garantia looks like she's about to lose her main guns. And this could be very, very bad news for the Garantia, really. The Devon is still doing pretty well. The Garantia takes another massive hit, and she's now had 2 of her 4 secondaries on her right side knocked out. She needs to really swing herself around to get these other secondaries on. And it looks like she could potentially be doing that. And she's not able to bring the stern turret to bear. And this could be very, very bad news. But at the same time, she's angling very well. And the Devon takes a huge hit to the bow and starts flooding. So the Devon is definitely flooding now. The Garantia is definitely putting up one hell of a fight. The Garantia's lost 37.1% of her crew. The Devon's only lost 8.5%. If the Garantia loses her B turret, she's only going to have her Y turret left. Oh, and the Devon takes one hell of a hit to her B turret. Her U turret, I believe it's called the U or the Q turret. Her Q turret is most at risk. Ooh! Was that a flash fire? No, it wasn't. But the Garantia is flooding very quickly. This could be the end of the Garantia. She's holding on very well. She's now firing HE, and HE seems to do the job. It's completely crippled the bow of the Devon. That is some nasty hits into the Garantia, and she's flooding very, very quickly now. It's 26%. She's still got 2 of her 4 turrets. She's still got her B and Y turret up and running, but she's lost all of her secondaries. All of her secondaries are just destroyed. Most of her port secondaries are little beyond. That's it for the Garantia. There's no way she's going to survive that. No way. And there goes the Garantia. Well, that was pretty interesting. I'm probably gonna run her again. So let's have a look. Spacious. No, let's knock that down. 1500 crew. Okay. Good. Just reduced shell count. Yes. Let's go to the Garantia, and this is where you guys can actually see the Garantia. And I think if we were to because she's got less guns, I think if we gave her standard quarters instead of reduced, so she has 1900 crew, then that could potentially help. Okay. So we will do it again. So let's launch it. It actually weighs 60,000 tons now, the Devon. Let's have a look. And the Garantia is actually running away. See if the Garantia, the Devon, she does fire full salvo. And because of the odd placement of that Q turret, it's not going to be able to swing all the way around. It'll have to turn all the way back around. And that's a huge hit. That's a massive hit. That is very dangerous for the Devon, because now she's not going to be able to accelerate as quickly as before. To have one of her funnels incapacitated. And this is very dangerous waters for the Devon. She has the firepower, but does she have the will? And it looks like the Garantia is pushing in. She is not having it. And it hits the same funnel. The Garantia, she is very angry. She's an angry girl. She's not really taking any damage. And she's firing again. She's firing again. And the Devon shows full broadside, and this could be very dangerous for the Devon. Main tower has been hit. It's only lightly damaged. But this is not looking good, and it looks like the Garantia could have taken some hits. Yes, she did at the bow, but they're only minor. Only minor damage. It sounds like the Garantia just fired again. And the Garantia is not letting the Devon have any peace. And that is a nasty hit. The Devon's just had her fire control system knocked out, and her Q turret has just been damaged. She is going to have to start angling to mitigate the amount of damage she's taken. Speed this up by 2 times so they go a little bit quicker. And the Devon is firing HE now. This is very interesting. The firing angles are pretty good on the Devon. And the Garantia, she's still pushing in. The Garantia, in my mind, is more of a battlecruiser, and she's definitely showing her true self. That's a hit to her funnel. That is only light damage, but that still is possibly enough to incapacitate her a little bit. And there goes another fire. And the Devon's going to have to show a little bit more broadside to get her A and B turret firing. Oh dear. Looks like the Devon could lose this. And the Devon completely misses that. That is shocking. The Devon is going to have to start to maneuver to angle her armor a little bit better. The Garantia fires again. And that's a huge hit into the Devon. And the Devon is burning, she's flooding. She's not having a good day. 2 of her turrets are yellow. 1 of her turrets are green. She's not having a good day. But her layout, and she takes another huge damage. Huge amount of damage. Providing the Devon can remain angled, she might be able to save herself from more damage, and she is burning. And it looks like she just bounced some 14-inch shells because she is angled perfectly. And the Devon is only doing 21 knots. This could be dangerous. Here comes another load of and that incapacitates her secondary tower by a bit. This is not looking good for the Devon at all. This is looking quite desperate, actually. And it looks like this could fall into the Garantia's favor. The Devon still firing HE, refusing to fire AP. This is very, very dangerous for the Devon. And the Devon's going to have to start angling again. And that's a huge hit into the Garantia. Knocks her down from 96% to 92% structure integrity. Her entire bow is on fire. That could cause an ammo detonation. She's still on fire. The Devon is going to sink. The Garantia has won this. This is a huge comeback by the Garantia. The Devon's going to have to turn a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And there goes her Q turret. Her Q turret has been knocked out. And this is not good. And Devon's trying to swing her stern around to get her rear turrets firing, but it may not be enough. If the Devon can just swing her stern around and get those stern turrets firing, she may be able to land a lucky salvo, and she's not going to be able to. She fires a salvo, but it completely misses the Garantia, and the Garantia gets the win. Damage received 45,000. Garantia only received 5,500 damage. The Devon and the Garantia had much better accuracy of her main guns than the Devon ever did. Garantia only lost 6.4% of her crew. Fires received, flooding received. Yeah, this is not looking good. Engine status 29 knots, 68, 66. This has been quite a battle, actually. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down. Put in the comment section if you would like to see more of these type of videos. I'll be more than happy to do these type of videos. If you want, this is for custom battles only. If you want, and I may do some like 2v2s or 3v3s or you know whatnot. But most of the time it's gonna be 1v1. Anyway guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.